people. Christmas is over, but if you're anything like me, you're still eating Christmas cookies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And of course, dessert. So I figured I'd share some recipes with you that I didn't get a chance to make before the holidays. Technically, is this still technically the holidays, or have you caught the bug of the new year and you're like, wow, healthy eating all the way? If so, I'll eat your share, okay? Today, I plan on making some really great recipes with you. Several of them I love, they're tried and true. And then a couple of them I've never made before. So, I'm going to make Velveeta Fudge. Yes, it sounds weird and gross and nasty and no thank you, but I promise you, if you ate it without knowing there was Velveeta in it, you'd be like, this is the best fudge I've ever had. I'm not kidding, hands down, we did a taste test and Velveeta won every single time. So I'm just saying, maybe give it a try, okay? Quit making snap judgments about cheese and whatnot. Also found a recipe for some cake mix cookies. Seems simple. Snowball cookies are always a favorite. Sugar cookies. I think never got a chance to like have my kids decorate sugar cookies. We did it on Christmas Eve at someone else's house, but I thought, I literally bought like 6 bags of sugar cookie mix to make, and then I have 1 bag of gluten-free for my kiddos. But I have all this stuff to like decorate, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I figured we'd just do that today, and seems fitting, right? Okay, and then I wanna make some rum balls. They are my absolute favorite. I used to make a healthy version, so maybe I'll make both and share the recipes with you. There was a time where I preferred the healthy version over the sugar and chocolate version, but I'm a different person today. And my all-time favorite, brown butter pecan cookies. They take so much effort to make, but they are so worth it. Probably gonna get started on that first because they take the longest. There's like 700 steps. I don't wanna do any of them except for the last step, which is enjoy the cookies. But someone has to make them, right? So what do I need? I need pecan, butter, eggs. Oh no! Oh no! Bad news. We need eggs. Of course you need eggs to make cookies. Almost every cookie. But you know what? I think there's a recipe where I don't need eggs. I used them all this morning. Bad news, guys. Our fridge is broken. Oh, yes it is. Can you believe it? I thought, oh, maybe we have some eggs in our outside fridge. Nope, but I did find this Lunchable. No pepperonis, but it does have double cheese. So before I make a run to the grocery store, I am going to whip up some of these pizza Lunchables for myself. I'll share one with you if you really want one. I never wanted to share my Lunchables when I got them in my lunch at school. You know what an oversight is? They don't put like a little spreader in here for the sauce. I bet all the kids out there are just using their dirty, filthy hands to spread this sauce out. They definitely don't give enough cheese. Or do they? Good thing I have my own pepperonis. All right, 1 for you, 2 for me. Bon appetit. I don't know how it's possible, but they haven't changed a single thing about this recipe since I was in elementary school and they first came out. They taste exactly the same. Delicious. Now this is fine cuisine. So I guess I have to run to the store. I'll be right back. Here we are. Let's get this party started. Okay. First things first, we need to chop up some pecans. 1.25 cups. Get this party started. I'm just gonna give them a rough chop. Pecans have such a great flavor. It's like a mapley flavor. I was talking the other day how I wanted like pecan trees in the front yard, right? I just think that would be such an amazing thing to have. Any kind of nut tree, really. Break my heart, will you? And tell me that those kinds of trees don't grow in Florida. I feel like Alex's granddaddy had a pecan tree in their front yard. So I'm pretty sure it's possible, okay? How about lie to me and make me feel good? I tried to grow an apple tree once, and then someone was like, yeah, you can't grow apple trees in Florida. And I said, oh, it's one way to break my heart. I have 3 tablespoons of butter here. It's probably closer to 4. And I'm just gonna add, woo, something spit up at me. Add the pecans and just toast them for a couple of minutes. And then back here, I have 2 sticks of butter, and that's what we're browning. We're gonna brown the butter for our brown pecan, but what are they so called? Brown butter pecan cookies. Oh my gosh, I can smell it. It smells amazing. I am not the kind of girl barging in on a white bake. Did you see that? I'm a true chef. Hey, you gotta, and you gotta find the joy in life, okay, with everything you do. I'm just keeping them moving because I don't want anything to burn, and I have my burners pretty high, mostly because I have not yet figured out how to use my stove. Look at that, will you? It kind of looks like bacon, doesn't it? This in the back, there's like no hope. I have no idea which way to turn this thing. Oh, okay, that's probably low. All right, banging on all cylinders here. I thought I turned it down. I don't know, man. Well, while that browns, really it's probably just gonna burn. I'm gonna sift together the dry ingredients. I forgot flour. It's on really low. It's starting to develop color and it smells a little nutty, so I know it's almost done. We'll let it go. 2.5 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and I can't find mine, so I'm just using arrowroot powder. Also can't find my tablespoon measure, so I'm using a teaspoon measure. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Remember when I thought I ran out of this stuff? I forgot I had some in the back. My pantry is so unorganized. We'll clean it eventually. I have big plans for this year. All right, give this a whisk. You could sift it, but this is like the lazy way to sift it and aerate it. Just give it a little whisk. That's why I love whisks so much. They're very versatile. Then set this aside and check out this brown butter. See how it has that dark, rich color and it has a nice nutty aroma? That means it's done. So you take the butter and pour it in yet another bowl. I was gonna pull out my KitchenAid for this. Amazing. Oh wow, what's that stuff at the bottom? It smells like Auntie Anne's. Oh no! I knew I smelled something burning. These are burned. Oh, this stove, because I kept it on the heat, even though I turned it off, it kept cooking because it's hot. Pecans are expensive. Oh, rats. I need a minute. It's all on the underside, you see? If I had my own pecan tree, this would not be an issue. But since pecans are $85 a pound at the store, this is an issue. I am not the kind of girl who should be really barging in. 1 cup of brown sugar. That's flour. Dang it. I will eventually get used to this stove. Probably not. Probably just, ironically, I will probably have to buy a new stove because I love my old one so much. It was an induction stove top. It didn't get hot. 1/2 cup of white sugar. Let's mix this together. I smelled it burning too. I smelled it and uh-oh. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 2 eggs. Oh, and then 1 egg yolk. Almost forgot that. Washed my hands and everything. I'm gonna put the whites in this sink. It's so convenient. You could save that egg white for the egg white omelet you're gonna make in the morning, but I know myself and I'm not gonna do that. And now I'm going to add the pecans in here. They should probably be cooled a little more, but poor planning on my part. Oh, it smells amazing. And then we add in all of the flour and dry ingredients, and I'm gonna give that a mix. It is a lot of effort for these cookies, but oh my gosh, is it worth it in the end if you like pecans. It is like the ultimate gourmet cookie. It is impressive, I'll say that. All right, and now you just let this sit in the fridge for 4 hours. Ugh, great. Taste test because salmonella, I freaking dare you. Oh my God, incredible, delicious, yes. All right, I'm gonna move on to the most intriguing recipe here. I know you guys are waiting on this one, the Velveeta Fudge. You need Velveeta, and you need fudge. You need a little bit more than that. Powdered sugar, nuts, and butter. It's gonna blow your mind how simple this is and how delicious it is. Or maybe I think it was so delicious because I had low expectations because it's cheese. Either way, you guys, I'm telling you. Okay, so I didn't write down the recipe before I went shopping. You only need 12 ounces of Velveeta cheese. This is 32 ounces. First, you have to just cut some stuff up and microwave it. And really, that's the only thing you have to do. Well, I only need 12 ounces. Good thing they write on the package the measurements. Man, Velveeta cheese is so weird. It's like squishy, but not sticky. What am I gonna do with the rest of it? Look at it. And you don't have to refrigerate it. Like, what do they make this out of? It's so weird. Oh, I'm thinking like, is this gonna be enough? Should I double the recipe? It even smells kind of weird. It kind of smells like the mac and cheese candle. Yeah, that's exactly what it smells like. Okay, cut it into just little blocks there. And then you need 1 cup of butter. This is already like mostly softened because my fridge is broken. And I'm gonna cube this up too, just so it melts really easily. Then you need 6 ounces of this Baker's unsweetened chocolate. Listen to me when I tell you not to try it. I am traumatized from the last time I tried it, okay? It is absolutely disgusting. It's just really bitter. So listen, anytime I cut chocolate with a knife, this is when I feel like a pastry chef. Okay, you could just break it in your hands like so, but oh my gosh, well I say you can if you have any kind of muscle in your body, but apparently I don't. I'm just gonna dump all of this into a bowl. Did I say how much chocolate? 6 ounces. So it's a pack and a half. You also need 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Have you ever seen something so beautiful in your whole life? Microwave at 30-second intervals. Whoa, wow. I was kidding about before. This is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your entire life. 30 more seconds. It's looking real good. What's that song? S-A-T-Y-D-A-Y. Nice. Okay, I think this will be the last one. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Things are looking real weird here. The only song I can think of is Saturday Night. Saturday night. This would be a great Saturday night treat. Also Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm just saying. I feel like this is good, but should I keep going? I don't know. It seems kind of clumpish. Oh my God, don't eat that. Oh, I have made a mistake. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get that taste out of my mouth. So here's where we add the sweetness. My favorite part of the recipe is adding the sugar. We add 8 cups. Should I get a bigger bowl? It will be fine. It's powdered sugar, it like melts down. That's only half the sugar, by the way. Yep. This is how you know it's gonna be good, right? All this sugar. I should probably get a bigger bowl. I still have 4 cups to add. We've gone this far, right? And then we have to add walnuts. You know, one of my least favorite things to do in the entire world is dirty a bowl, especially when it's unnecessary. Aw, dang it. Was I supposed to put this in like a mixing bowl? I don't know if I can do this by hand. I can and I will. Hey, look at that, coming together. And then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of walnuts. These are chopped up. I'm sure you can add any nut that you like. And I'm just gonna dump it in this literally dump it. 13 pan. Should I have greased this? I don't know, it looks pretty greasy. Look at that sheen. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna stick to anything, but I could be wrong. I'm just going to level it out a little bit and then throw it in the fridge. Oh my gosh, we have to wait for this one too. 2 to 3 hours. Anything worth having is worth waiting for, right? Here we go. Okay, I'm moving on. I was just drowning on some water that I drank, trying to purify my soul. Cake mix cookies. I feel like I saw this recipe, I might pass out. I saw this recipe, it was like Santa I don't know, I have no idea. I remember seeing it, I just wrote down the recipe because I ran out of paper in my printer and I have no idea where our printer paper is. It seems really simple. Oil, flour, eggs, sprinkles, box cake mix, and some chocolate chips. So let's whip it up. Man, this smells good. Perfectly moist French vanilla. Okay, 2 eggs go in. This recipe didn't have instructions when I saw it. It just had ingredients. So I figure I'm just gonna add it all in here and call it good. 2 eggs, half a cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of flour. I can't find my little tablespoon measure, so there's that. Oh, did I just use it? That's why I can't find it anywhere. How about some vanilla? No? All right, we're gonna add some anyway. 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1/4 cup each of white chocolate chips and chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna add a half a cup of these. And then 1/4 cup of sprinkles, and mine are festive for Christmas. Maybe a little more. Nice. Seems good enough for me. I should have probably waited adding the sprinkles. It's too late. We can't take them out now, but doesn't it look festive? That looks festive. Festive and fun. I can serve them on New Year's Eve. Yes, I can. Happy New Year. I can serve them on January 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. The 7th, they might be bad by then. No skill involved at all, just like I said. Oh my gosh, I love these incredible salmonella. There you. Yeah, it's okay. A lot of chocolate chips. Not my favorite. All right, I don't know how long to cook these for and at what temperature, so it's gonna be fun and interesting. I'm gonna use some parchment paper, honestly, because my silpat over there needs to be washed, and I'm just not ready to take on that task. Also, black was probably not a great choice for this video. I have flour everywhere, it's fine. Okay. Why do I keep things that are broken? This is broken. Doesn't work, not even a little bit. Why do I do that? All right, I'm just gonna put them on this baking sheet. Oh my gosh, they look so pretty. They're already like flattening out. I feel like, do I need to put these in the fridge with everything else? I don't have room. Into the oven. I don't know how long. I'm gonna do like 8 minutes when it preheats. Okay, now I'm going to throw together these Snowball cookies. These are some of my all-time favorite cookies of all time. Really, all of these are, except for the cake mix cookies. I've never had those before. Oh, you guys, this recipe is super simple. You don't need any skill for this one either. 2 sticks of butter softened, AKA straight from my broken fridge. 2 1/4 cups of flour. I hope I make it without having to refill this thing. Hey, look at that. Half a cup of sugar. Oh crap, that's what I forgot. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, careful. And I forgot, the very first thing you're supposed to do is crush up the walnuts. I'm trying to avoid taking out my food processor. I don't want to wash it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it out. 2 cups. That should be good. Gonna add the pecans, woo, right in the rest of the mixture, and then mix it up. This is the entire dough. So you don't even have to cook it. You can just eat it because it's eggless. Not that that ever stops me, but if you care, you can eat this one. Or if you're allergic to eggs, but chances are if you're allergic to eggs, you're likely allergic to other things, right? Okay, this is a really crumbly dough too. So, is it a crumbly dough? I feel like it is when I mix it with this spatula, but if I get my hands in there, like it comes right together. And just mix it with your hands, why not? Best tools on the end of your wrist. Taste test, amazing. Yep, I could just save this dough in the fridge and eat it. Wait, is this the broken one? I'm gonna take a cookie scoop and scoop these into my hand and then like form them into a ball and then put them on the pan. You can cook them right away, which I've done before, but what happens is that the bottom kind of stays flat, and I want to try to make them look like snowballs. I don't care that much, but I guess I care a little bit. I figured it out what these remind me of. The sandy cookies, like the shortbread cookies, or are those made with pecans? You know, the ones that you find in the grocery store next to the Oreos? Like kind of like a shortbread cookie, because essentially that's what this is. So I'm gonna pop these into the fridge. Good news is, these cookies are done. Don't they look fantastic? So festive. I'm gonna let them cool on the tray for a little bit. Oh no, these seem fine to handle. Well, it has been a couple of minutes. And then I'll move them to the cooling rack. They're kind of like my pudding cookies, where they feel like soft on the inside, but the outside is firm. Okay, the next recipe I'm going to make is, oh my gosh, we are moving right along over here. Might as well finish this guy up if you're not gonna eat it. Delicious. Rum Balls. One of my all-time favorite recipes of all time. I just have to find it. Oh my gosh, I flipped right to it. I'm a mess. I have 75 aprons. You'd think I'd put one on. What a lady. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 lady. Okay, so this recipe, oh my gosh, a family staple. I grew up eating these, grew up getting drunk off Rum Balls when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm just kidding. My mom would say, it's just a little bit. I watched her make them, man. She just kept it coming. I will say this, just like the Pope's bread, whenever I bring these to a get-together, people are like, yuck. But to me, I will eat every single last one and ask for more. So good. So if you like chocolate, if you like rum, if you like pina coladas, and getting caught in the rain. I think I have everything that I need. I need a bowl. I ran out of bowls. The lady is mine. 1 bag of semi-sweet chocolate gets melted in the microwave. Wow, 30 seconds did absolutely nothing. Okay, this should do it. Oh yes, delicious. Something is magical about melted chocolate. Then you add a box of graham cracker crumbs. This is what the box looks like. It's 13.5 ounces. I contemplated making gluten-free because I found some gluten-free ones, but like I said, no one else likes these. A 1/4 cup of corn syrup, 5 ounces of evaporated milk, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Ooh, and here's the good stuff. 1 to 2 tablespoons of rum extract. Oh yes, let's pour it all in. Of course you can use real rum here as well, but I just omit that. You do a splash, but you know, what does that even mean? You need 1.5 cups of walnuts that are pulserated. Good thing I didn't wash this thing out. It smells so good, the combination of everything. I have very fond memories of my mom making these, and she used to have this like thing that she could only chop so much at a time, and she had to like do that thing, you know what I mean? Like a hand chopper, I don't know what it was called. And then you just mix that together. I haven't made these in a few holidays because I'm really the only one who eats them, but I feel like it's not the holidays without them. Can't have a cookie party without Rum Balls, you know? Man, just the smell of this stuff, I'm telling you, it makes me so happy. I will share my date ball version with you. It's a healthier version. It's basically just my date ball recipe, but I add rum extract and cover it with sprinkles. It's real good. Okay, this looks nice. I cannot find the container of sprinkles that I bought. And when I put them away, I thought, surely I'm gonna remember that I put them up here. And I remember them falling, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll remember, I'll get them. Like this is my sprinkles bin and they're not in here. Uh-oh. Oh boy, where did I put them? Thought I would have them in here. No, I don't have them in there. You can't make it without the sprinkles. Guess what I found? Sprinkles. And guess where they were? The last place I looked, that's right. Unreal. I put them in a safe place. You guys know how I do. I was like, the kids cannot get a hold of these. Okay, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. Literally 10 whole minutes looking for them. At least I found them, right? My mom had special trays just for the Rum Balls that we would use every year. I'm just gonna use these trays. I guess they're special. I'm really running out of cookie scoops here. Okay, and then I just take a little bit, roll it into a ball. This was my job, okay? My mom would roll it into a ball. Oh, and they have to be these sprinkles. Oh gosh, I just cut my thumb. There's no blood. We're good. Dang it, I'm making a mess. It has to be these sprinkles, otherwise they do not taste like my childhood. Should Rum Balls taste like childhood? No. But that's my childhood for you, okay? This kind. This, you know what it is, you know. You roll it into a ball, drop it in the Sprinkies, give it a little roll, and the Rum Ball is just moist enough to grab onto those sprinkles. They look so good. All right, I've got to take a picture of this and send it to her. Just roll it into a ball and drop it. Oh my, yes, yes, yes. I would look forward to this every single year. I was like Eleanor, always wanting to be in the kitchen and watch my parents, whatever they were doing. Eleanor's out right now having fun, but when she gets home, you better believe she's gonna be my little helper. And then give it a little roll. This is amazing. Can you see this? I feel like you need to see this magic. I'm probably way more excited about this than anyone on the face of the earth. That's it, that's all it takes. And then you let these harden in the fridge, always the hardest part, but I always snuck one. Is like, you don't have to wait, you know what I mean? It just tastes better if you wait. All right, I'm gonna get on these and then we'll move along. Oh, hold on, one more thing to say. If you don't like rum, I've got you covered, okay? You can, instead of walnuts, you can use almonds and then do a little bit of amaretto. Amarillo sky. I just, for the first time, realized that song says Amarillo sky and not Amaretto. Oh, that's really funny. I feel like it was also tradition for my mom to call my Oma every year, her mom, and say, well, how do you not get your hands so sticky? And her dough would be, I guess, more moist. I don't really know. But here they are, delicious as ever. Okay, here they are. Do you guys have a recipe from the holidays that like reminds you of your childhood? Because 1000% this is it, man. This is it for me. Oh, I cannot wait to dive into these. It would have been perfect if I had enough dough for 2 more, but that's my life. Never, ever perfect. Hey, remember these snowballs? I'm gonna throw them into the oven now. I don't know for how long. 10 minutes? By the way, here's the Rumball recipe if you wanna take a screenshot of that. Okay, moving on to the pecan cookies. Uh-oh, what happened here? I think we need a pretty big scoop. I think last time I used a bigger one. I don't know. I also feel like this is probably fine. Feels good, looks good. Do I press them down? See, I didn't print this recipe out either because, well, my printer doesn't have paper. So. I'm just gonna get these going, maybe flatten them out a little bit. Okay, now the kicker. As if this recipe didn't have enough steps. You grab half of a pecan and just throw it right on top. That one looks sad. Only the good ones, okay? These are gourmet cookies. Didn't I explain that? Just right in the middle there. Press it down just enough. Okay, I'm gonna throw these into the oven. 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay, well, my cookies flattened out anyway. Now these are the Snowball Cookies. You're supposed to take powdered sugar, maybe roll them in it. I don't know, I usually take a little, what's that thing called? A sifter, and just sift it over and it, I don't know where mine is. Let me look for it. Yeah, I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to do this. The least amount of powdered sugar I possibly can. There we go, not so bad. Yeah, they're looking pretty fine. About to blow my mind. Pecan cookies just came out of the oven. Can't wait to eat one. Okay, super simple recipe for the date balls. It's a new day. I still am using my unwashed food processor. Don't judge me, I knew this was coming. So what you're going to need is basically nothing. Dates, obviously the base. It's like nature's candy. It's delicious. The natural sugar and all that makes it healthier. You know what I mean? Okay. Walnuts or any kind of nut that you like or have, and then some cocoa powder. And I'll talk about the add-ons in a minute. So you need a cup of dates for this recipe. I never really measure anything really in my life, but there you go, cup of dates or a lot, that's a lot. The more the merrier is what I say. If you've never had a date before, they're weird. They kind of look like cockroaches, kind of grosses me out, but just give them a try. Some people cut them in the middle and add like cheese inside, feta cheese, cream cheese. Ooh, you can do almond butter or peanut butter. There's all kinds of like date snacks that you can search up. I typically make these when I am in my 3rd trimester because dates are supposed to help with labor and delivery. There's a little study about it. Anyway, it's a good way to get them in your diet. If you don't like them otherwise, this is a great way. So I'm gonna just pulse these up. It's gonna be loud, Meredith. Ready? Okay, that's when you know that it's done, when it kind of like forms itself into a ball like that. It's nice and wonderful. Some people soak their dates in water. I've never found that to be necessary. Maybe if you have like super hard dates. Also make sure they're pitted because you don't want pits in this mess. Sometimes even when I buy the bag of pitted dates, I might find a pit in there. But for the majority, we're good. Next, you're going to add a cup, nope, 3/4 of a cup of walnuts. And I'm doing more because welcome to America, okay? More is more. Then you pulse this up. And by pulse, I mean whatever this thing is called, just let it go. I'm gonna try to break up my date ball so it gets incorporated with the nuts. Okay, once it's all kind of smooth like this, you can tell it's incorporated, right? So the texture is like if you push it together, it kind of stays. This is a beautiful texture. This is exactly what we want. Perfect measuring on my part, no big deal. 1/4 cup of, what is this called? Cocoa powder. So just a few spoonfuls in here. It's gonna give it that nice chocolatey flavor. And then for the kicker. So you can flavor this any way that you want. It's really versatile. If you've ever had a Lara bar, this is basically the base of like the same texture of a Lara bar. It's soft, but if you put it in the fridge, it firms up. It's a perfect dessert for kiddos. I leave it plain for my kids. They used to gobble this stuff up before I added all kinds of like processed stuff into their diet. So I don't know how they're gonna feel about it. I haven't made them in a while. But they typically enjoy this, just the base of this. But if you want to, I like to add a little bit of rum. Makes it taste exactly like the Rum Balls, but a healthier version. Or you can add, I like peppermint, adding peppermint to it as well. It kind of tastes like a peppermint patty if you throw it in the fridge and get it all cold. Tastes like what is the Lara bar with the mint? Mint? Mint chip Lara bar, perfection. And of course you can add any flavors, lemon, I don't know, shoot for the moon, okay? Ooh, instead of walnuts, you can add pecans and then maybe like some maple extract and it'll be like pecan pie. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to make them now. So here's what it looks like when it's all combined and together. And then you just take this mixture and roll it into balls. See how it just, like it's a little crumbly. If you need to, sometimes I need to, add a little bit of water. You can add, I don't know, 1 teaspoon at a time. If it's really dry, add like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons at most. But otherwise, this is it. Roll it into sprinkles. It'll taste like Rum Balls, etc., etc. The possibilities with these are pretty much endless, and you can get really great inspiration from looking at different Larabar flavors. I'm rolling these out. I almost forgot to mention, you can roll them in basically anything that you want. Sprinkles are obviously my go-to, but you can do shredded coconut, you can do cocoa powder, or crushed nuts. Possibilities are endless, like I said. Hold up, I realized I did not give you an update on the cookies. I mean, clearly I told you they were all fantastic, but we had some people over and they gave us their honest reviews. The Snowball Cookies, a hit. I mean, just the butteriness, the saltiness, the deliciousness. They like melt in your mouth. So, so, so good. The pecan pie cookies, what are these called? Brown butter pecan cookies, the ultimate. They taste gourmet. They are definitely crowd pleasers. I mean, look at that cookie. That is a cookie, right? You'd get that from a bakery, $5. And then the cake mix cookies, a favorite among children. I'll say that. Now the Rum Balls have been hit or miss. Some people enjoy them. Most people are indifferent. I think they're just trying to be kind. But you know what? That just means more for me, right? As far as the fudge goes, you guys, hands down, delicioso. If you like fudge. I'm not a huge fudge fan, but whoever is tastes this and they're like, wow, this is incredible. So again, I would highly recommend making this. It's super simple. I've made other fudge recipes and I mean, it's a great one. What else can I say? I actually only cut a couple pieces of that up, but I do plan on cutting up the rest and maybe bringing it to our New Year's Eve get together tonight. So that'll be a good treat for everyone, right? Keep them up till midnight. Oh, and this is the mess that I have to clean up. So is it worth it? Maybe. Maybe just make one at a time. Okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. I hope I gave you some good recipes for you to try out. If nothing else, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and cooking with me today. If you want to subscribe, put a little happy in your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.